Stay tuned, everyone. I'm going to take the hardest 30-day challenge I've ever had to face, and it's life or death. I'm prepared to share this raw, unfiltered journey of dry fasting. Hey everyone, this is Gilsar Vergara. I'm going to change gears a bit. Because of 2025, I've come to realize that I haven't held myself accountable to the big W, my weight. Trying my best to get back in shape. Going through a lot of things right now as far as, working graveyard shift, not working with a lot of hours of sleep. Just a whole slew of things I need to change. And I failed at that with myself, obviously. With that, I've been looking at some things as to, aside from working out, I am planning to go back to jiu-jitsu. With that said, have you ever heard of dry fasting or absolute fasting? Today, I'm going to cover the pros and cons of dry fasting or absolute fasting. Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know, but either way, we're going to dive right into it. Here we go. So I found this video by this particular doctor. His link's going to be down below to the original video. So dry fasting is pretty much no food or water in a particular set of time and having a small window of eating and drinking. And it states that dry fasting or absolute fasting can burn 3 times more fat than regular water fasting. Sounds wild, right? I'm like, that's too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting myself to the test for the next 30 days. But here's a catch. It is not for everyone. I just want to stress that out really. It is not for everyone. Do this at your own risk. Okay? Dry fasting is not a one-size-fits-all approach. I would recommend that you are used to fasting already. If you want to dry fast, I currently intermittently fast anyway, about 16 hours. I'm just basically extending it to 22 hours. So this is my disclaimer. This is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It carries a lot of risks. Please consult your doctor. And let's get it straight. I am not a health professional. I am doing this to myself, fully knowing pretty much I know how my body reacts to certain things. So let's get started with the pros and cons. So as I said before, dry fasting, or what's sometimes known as absolute fasting, is pretty much no food and water for a extended period of time. Sounds pretty intense, right? Definitely. But advocates of this particular fasting say that it triggers extraordinary benefits, like supercharged fat loss, allegedly is 3 times, to anti-aging effects. I don't know about that one. So I'm okay with my age. I'm 43 years old now. I'm okay. So some of my personal insight when I heard about this, I was like, no water. I was like, oh shit. I don't know how this is gonna happen. Human beings have gone through in all of the I guess time that human beings have been here. We have gone through famine. We have gone through bouts of enduring, but from the research that's back behind it, as well as what the doctor was saying in the video, it can activate up to 50 genes linked to longevity. When I heard that, I was really intrigued because who doesn't want to live to 100 plus? I do. Right? Comment down below if you want to be immortal. So according to the research, dry fasting can accelerate fat loss up to 3 times compared to water fasting. So I got a question for you guys. Have you ever tried something this extreme? I want to hear your stories. So here are some pros to just fasting in general. So obviously fat loss is probably the most preliminary thing people think about fat loss, which has shown that it has, because you're basically starving your body to a good degree. And just be aware of what you're coming in when you actually start eating. You don't want to scarf down crazy fat amounts of things. I don't suggest that. 2, mental clarity. As I said before, I have found that intermittently fasting gets me focused, because not hangry focus, but just focus on what I need to do every day. Although I do take a lot of nootropics, which I do think helps, like lion's mane, methyl B12, methylfolate. I'll put the links for these videos. I really try my best to, try to take care of my life now, to be honest with you. Reduce inflammation. Your body's consistently working. You're constantly eating all the time. I've read studies and I've felt this myself. You don't give your body time to rest. So all these other issues, underlying issues might arise. One of those is inflammation. So I have found that when I am fasting, all my joints, a lot of my inflammation throughout my body, it dissipates. Like I have eczema, psoriasis. I noticed that after fasting for a long period of time, it has gone away or has significantly gotten better over time. So I don't know if I can really credit that to intermittent fasting, just to be clear, but I have changed my diet. I've just been cognizant of what I put in my body and how I treat myself as of lately. I have noticed from my personal insight, I have noticed these small shifts and small changes have overall, boosted or elevated my quality of life, to be honest with you. So I would have to side with some of these studies of the benefits or the pros of intermittently fasting. Some cons are obviously there's health risks here. Just be cognizant of, ask your doctor, clear it with your doctor. You can even fast, because some people, I don't know if you're diabetic, it might affect you in many ways. So those are some of the cons. You have to be really careful with it. Okay. So here's the plan. I'll be doing intermittent fasting for about 22 hours. I have a small window. It's going to be around 10 to 1 p.m. So 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Within that window, I'm going to eat as much as I can, as well as hydrate as much as I can. The water that I'll be drinking is going to be regular, mineral water with, I'm going to put Himalayan salt in there to boost up my electrolytes and help with my hydration. In this journey, I'm going to track my fat loss or any loss that happens, my energy levels. I'll do some videos. Follow me on Instagram as well as Facebook, and on YouTube. I'll do some shorts, kind of give you some updates on this particular journey. If you are wanting to get into this dry fasting mode, or just even dabble into it, or just see from the point of view of someone who's trying to lose weight, maybe like yourself. So if you're new to this, please start off very slow. I have been intermittently fasting for a while now, so I'm kind of used to it. Getting over the hunger pains, getting over your sugar dropping, because I don't really consume as much sugar things anymore. But when I did, I used to feel it. Your hands were shaking from time to time. So I just ask that you take your time when you try to do this. You might want to do a dry fasting for 5 days, maybe for 10 days, and eventually work it up to 30 days. To be honest with you, a lot of it is mental, because a lot of people haven't really gotten to that point of getting to the edge of feeling, I don't know how to articulate it better, but most feel like claustrophobia, right? You're stuck, your anxiety goes up. I've been there already, but maybe a couple of years ago when I first started fasting, I really started this journey of fasting and trying to unlock my brain power, clarity, and things like that. So I've been doing it for a couple of years already. So if you haven't done that, please take it slow. Here's the truth. Dry fasting is not a magic bullet. It's not going to be end all be all. It has shown that it helps. It is not a magic bullet. You're going to have to do your own due diligence when it comes to weight loss and other things like mental clarity and things like that. A lot of that for me, I do a lot of reflection now that I'm getting older, especially in the roles that I'm in right now. It's really high stress, so I do a lot of reflection. I try my best to clear myself of any mental blockages, in the hopes of that it doesn't carry over into my physical. But with 2025 coming in, I really, for the past few months, I just haven't been feeling myself. So been adjusting to a lot of things, but I'm going to have to push myself a little bit more, because no one's going to do it except myself. So with that said, that's why I'm taking this challenge. I'm going to jump on the scale, show you where I weigh at my day one. I'm going to take my shirt off, show you what the body looks like right now. I believe I'm like 250, 255, which is honestly the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I'm stocky, but just disappointing. Just disappointing, I'll be honest with you. Comment down below if you feel the same way I feel right now, with where you're at right now with your health. Question for everyone is, do you think I'm going to fulfill the 30-day challenge, or do you think I'm going to tap out? Comment down below. I don't know. So this is the weigh-in right now. Here's the sink again. So here we go. I'm going to pull out the scale here. I'm sorry, I don't have a digital one. So right now it's at 0. And let me jump on here. So it's coming in at what, 251-ish? So that's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. we need to change this. So let me just take this off. So here, let me just take this off to kind of expose myself here. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's embarrassing, but gotta hold myself accountable. So this is what the body looks like right now. This is right now right now it's January 3 right now, I want to say, but here it is. You see, this is side right here. So I have let myself go. Now, I am pretty stocky. You know, I've worked out most of my life, but I just got, like I said, I let myself go. But check it out. Tell me what you think. I mean, maybe don't tell me what you think. You know, you can't take yourself too seriously. But here it is. And last turn. Now, my hopes are, because I'm not gonna be really working out, but my hopes are just to slim this a bit. You know, maybe I'm not gonna be toned. I don't know where my energy level is gonna be really at, but I really want to see. Am I gonna drop? I mean, I'm at a dangerous weight, to be honest with you, right? I don't have really any trouble, you know, moving up and down the stairs or anything like that, but ideally, I want to get down to 175. But I mean, I kind of want to get to 175 before I get into jiu-jitsu, because yeah, this is not good. But back to the video. So before we get off, check out my Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, where I'll be posting my daily videos or my every other day videos on what I eat, how I hydrate. I really want to give you the best coverage of this particular journey of the dry fasting, absolute fasting, in this 30-day challenge, because I really want to show people that it is possible, and really want to show myself if this is a myth or is it actually real. So with that, take care, God bless, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.